Hello friends, I hope you're doing really well today, and I hope that you enjoyed last week's video and blog post. It was a little bit more lengthy than I typically write, but I wanted to just provide basically a mini lesson in compassion in this process. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did not get that, I'll put the link below. That way you can go revisit that one, because I think it was a pretty important one for, I think, the process. So anyway, I wanted to go to the next step with that, is that we tend to, in recovery have this, on one hand, we want to be better yesterday, and not that we want to purposely bypass some things we've got to work through, but sometimes that happens. We are just in a kind of performance, get it done kind of culture. And again, on one level, there's nothing wrong with like wanting to, we want to progress, but we don't want it to go so fast at the expense of other parts of us that will just kind of collapse if we go too fast. So we have to have compassion for all of it, meaning the part of me that just wants to do all the things, listen to all the things, do all the appointments, and like it's done. And the part of me that doesn't want to do any of this and just wants to kind of kick the can down the road and not need any help and just pretend like as far as I've gotten is maybe good enough, even though you still have like, your mind isn't free. And then there's other parts that kind of like might be in kind of denial about like the severity of things, or that you don't think you're like, you weigh less enough to like need to pay attention to any of this in the first place. And it's just easier if you go, and just either pretend it's not happening or go on another diet or whatever we're going to do. And then there's a part of us that just carrying all this pain, which is why we're even watching these videos and needing to be compassionate in the first place. So I just say all that I think it's really important that we do map this out a bit to understand that we can only go as fast as slow as parts of us can go. And when we have pain, when we have ambivalence, when we have frustration, that we, the default would be like just to kind of put it all behind a paywall and lock the door and walk away. And for a while we can, perform life and do that until it gets to be too much again, because we're meant to be in connection, not just with other people, other safe people, but with ourselves, right? And to work towards some wholeness. So anyway, I guess this is just my little encouragement for you to like, it's okay that this is messy. And that's why we did last week's kind of longer teaching about curiosity and compassion and courage and getting the clarity you need to make all of this make sense. So I do hope this video was helpful, just as an encouragement that you're going to have some messiness here, and that I think it's well worth your time to journal out the different aspects of things that are running behind or under the surface, and be like, oh, no wonder. And when some of that gets actually just acknowledged and it starts to make some sense, you might start to feel internally some relief. And that's what we're looking for. If things make sense and you start to feel some spaciousness inside, you are on the right track. All right. So if you need help doing that, that's what we're here for. That's kind of what we just love doing in service to people. So if you need help with it, please reach out to us, and I'll put some of that information below as well. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.